What's happening, everybody? This is Netpirate76 here with my Let's Play of Big Pharma. This is going to be a little mini-series that I'm planning, because I've been enjoying this game for a while now, and recently there have been a couple of updates and fixes, and then it came onto Steam. So I'm planning a series that goes through the campaign. I've done the tutorial, and I've played the bit of the first of the beginner mission, so I'm gonna show you a bit how they are. The way I'm planning to do this is more likely to be a quick mission. I'm not gonna die in beauty and make everything pretty, but it's just basically going through, doing some bit of research, building the requirements, and then next mission. So just to give you a bit of an overview whether this game is something that you are enjoying. So yeah, so let's get right into it. Yeah, let's go to mission number 1. Okay, here's our character. I usually play with the crazy professor. So yeah, Leonard it is. Alright, cool. So the task here, let's pause this for a second. This is our factory floor. The task here is to earn a revenue of $1 million and do that before the 25th of January 25. So we have 10 years time to do this. Oh, there's a new window there now with a plant. Oh, that's interesting. What is it? You don't have to be sick to work here, but it helps. Okay, cool. So you can expand. You can see you can expand your factory. You have ins and outs. So basically these little windows are the windows that you see here where the products come in and stuff goes out. So you have your belts, you have your basic machinery, you have your bigger machinery, and then you have your makers, and you can also paint it, but we just gonna leave this for the moment. So let's have a look what we can work with. So we have a few things. These are 2 available, and I'm not gonna go with the names. So I'm just gonna use the first letter. So it's an AJS, which is this blue thing here, costs you $34 when you get in. You can upgrade it when you have later research and stuff. So, but we leave that for the moment. And it will induces nausea, but it also relieves hypertension. So we want to do something with that. And then we have the DZL, which is this one here, costs you roughly about the same. It gives us already headaches, but it soothes cough. So you want to be actually, when you see this little red is the active range. So from 4 to 12 is the active range, where this one is from 4 to 13. So technically we want to have it at this end. So it soothes cough, but it does not cause headaches. So that we want to get that one sorted. This one here is a bit more, it will induce nausea, but it is, yeah, so nausea is a given, so we have to bring that down to, because the active range is 9 to 13, active range of this one is 6 to 14, so we will cause, so tau, what is that? So we're starting at, was it 5? Yeah, 5 to 13, Jesus, that's 8 times. We have to make it, yeah, let's do this one. Alright, so stuff comes in. We need to get onto some research, but we'll come to that in a minute. So we need to increase the concentration. That means it comes in 1, and then we can basically pump it back out in form of pill makers that we put in here. 1, 2, build it up. 1 build comes out of the machine, and then goes into the pill makers, out of the pill makers to the right. Now, proof of concept. Let's get the show rolling and coming in. So there it is. So it comes in. You can see it now on the right side. So it goes in the machine. When it comes out, it has the cough activated. Perfect. Very crude, not ideal in this space, but it'll make profit. It will make profit. Right, now let's get an second factory floor, and we optimize this later. So we leave this space here free, optimize it for later. So next one. So pause this here for a second. Right. We're making minus, which is okay. We can look at the ingredients, which is this screen again, and we can look at cures, which is where we are in the grand scheme of things. So we are building this one here at the moment. So we're only making that with the right pre-ingredients, and this machine we can upgrade it to a medicine that eases asthma, which is we need research for that. So that brings us to the research screen. So we need to hire some scientists, and I would probably go one there, and I will hire a second one which goes in the other direction. So this one, you know, there is it would decrease the concentration by 3. This one will increase the concentration by 3. And we have the pill printer already, which is already there, and we have done basic exploration. So you can do some more things here that will reduce costs, and you can do some more in higher advanced machinery. You can also research more in alternative delivery. So this would be, there would be a drug packer, there would be a creaming machine. Drug packer is new, by the way. More packs multiple, I don't know if there's products in a box which can then be exported. So this will be actually a fantastic product that we can use. And then we have even more splitters, and yeah, so this one will, using high temperature pressurized steam to sterilize your drugs, halving their concentration. So if you have something that's really, really potent, you can do that with it. But for the time being, we only need these two, so they will take 3 months to research. So let's get on with it. The last tab here is a company tab that basically shows you and your competition and all the drugs that you produce. So yeah, back to the production. So while this is cracking on, we're having a look at the other thing. So we have this. This is not ideal. So yeah, we import this now because we need to make some money. So if this comes in, we need to decrease it twice. So we just have a, why did it do that? I don't know. So we need to decrease it twice. So we need 2 of these ones here. So, and we can recycle them in the end. So that's not a problem, actually. What is smarter? Do it this way around? Let me just think here for a second. So it comes in, goes out there. I'm trying to minimize the ways. So it's not holding up the process for that long. So that will be 1. Comes in, goes in here, comes out, and then gets pumped through the pill makers, which I will place here, and then it goes out there. Right, cool. Get away with this. Stop. We put it through here. Import. Yes. Okay. Belt. So it comes. It goes like this into the machine. It comes out of the machine. Goes into the machine. It goes like that into here, and then it goes into there. Comes out there, and then both will go eventually there. Right, proof of concept. So
product name required.
Oh, product name required. Okay, let's put the product name in, and I leave it like that. Name it Cough Punisher. Oh, that sounds very nice. All right, so there's a new pill, and money. We're making money. So here comes in. Here it is activated once. Here it is green. And by all means, this is not even the strongest thing, because there will be a research tool that we can get in the end, which shows us the perfect ratio of things. Okay, here comes the second pill.
Product name required.
Blood pressure relief. Leave it like that. Okay, and we're making money. Cool. So we are making profits. So we have $2,600 earned. Cool. All right. Cool. Now, research. Research is we have to research the cures. So we need, of course, I put this down for the moment, and you can see that these second tier items are are a bit, more expensive and price fluctuates. So we need to research some ingredients, which is, for example, these ones here. So we don't know what it's doing, but it's doing something within body response medication. So we hire a scientist and we let him or her research this. So while we're still cracking on. So then we just fast forward a bit, because we are ridiculously profitable with $35, sorry, $43. Ooh. So prices must go up.
A competitor has released a new product.
Oh, how naughty of them. So they've done so you can see the ratings. So the cure rating is, we both are C. So it's not good. That's both mine. Competitor, she has one also C. Okay, we need to optimize that, but we can only optimize it once we know what we're doing and once we have better ingredients and better machines. Because this we could do, because every step costs money. Every step costs $10 here, $10. So, and they cost 20. So we want to eventually go and do better things. Let's check on the 35%. How's the research doing here? Yep, 1 month left. So we're at 70%. No, I don't want to. I want to jump back into the production. So, okay, cool. Now let's get that on the way. Oh, where am I going? Okay. Alright, back at the factory floor. Alright, so how are we doing?
A competitor has released a new product.
Yep, that was to be expected. Right, now, let's apply this. So we're expanding, so we have still 2 windows. And again,
Research complete.
Okay, let's stop this here for a second. So, research complete. So we have unblocked the ionizer. So let's go to the ionizer over here. Upgrade. So this one will decrease the concentration by 3. This one will increase it by 3, which comes in handy for the machines. Plus, also we need them to research. We research. What's we call it? The higher medicine. All right, cool. So we're putting our next research project together, and which is the basic auxiliary. So research into basic auxiliary process will open new opportunities for machines, which mix, arrange, and otherwise adjust basic structures of your drugs. Okay, we want that. That's good. So let's get that sorted. So this is fine. Let's see how far we are here with the ingredients. We might hire another one and just get another research on the way. I don't want to leave the game. I want to go back to production. So, all right, cool, production. So we bought another annex, and we can see now these are the basic or things that we want. But this is still under. We have these ones now. So this one will decrease, increase. You guys know the drill. So looking at now the cures. This medication is active between 9 and 13. So if we get this thing down to 6 and then send it through an ionizer, it will activate the medication for the angina one. So which one do we want? So we're here. We are at between 13. So we will probably be at this scale. So we need to get it up to 8 and then send it through an agglomerator. Okay, okay, let's leave it at that. Okay, let's have a look. Right, now. So which one is the one that we want? So this one. Active range. So we start at 5. We need to get it up to 8. Right, now. Basic ingredients. So we need to increase it by 3. So 5. And then we send it through this one. And this will make it 8. Yes. Okay, let me just check that again. So Suze's cough. Okay, we start at 5. So this is prerequisite. We have it up to 8, and then we send it through another of these machines. and then we'll be at 11, and then we need to bring it down by 1 to push it in the active range between 4 and 10. Okay, I got it. Cool. So now this is where it gets a bit complicated. So we need to push it to another of these machines. So 5, 8, 11, then it's active, and we will see that here. Okay, let's start this. So stuff comes in. Here it is 8, and here it is eases asthma, not activated. So here now we want to bring it down by 1 to push it into this active range, and then we can put it to pills. So bring it down by 1, decreases the strength by 1. Okay, and then we make it into pills. 1, 2. Alright, cool. Now continue onwards. So here it is. Not green, goes through this machine. And there it is. Ta-da!
Product name required.
Yep. And we are in business again. Excellent. So now this is the second step of the product. So we need to get another piece of land. And this one is now getting interesting because we can actually have another ingredient. Because sometimes
New ingredient discovered.
oh, we have a new ingredient. Right, cool. This one will treats diabetes. So this is definitely something we want to have. So, and it means we just bring it down. Preferably we start at 6, but if we can bring it by 4, I don't want to bring it down to 5. Down by 5 because it's just gigantic. So we just bring it down by 1, and we just deal with that later. Go to ingredients. Okay, cool. So now we have this one here. Yay! And they will over time give me research points that I have none so far, because when they're idle, they will make research points. But I don't have that at the moment. Can I just no? Can't. Right, leave that one here because we need it here for the next ingredient, which will be something with digestion. Okay, cool. And it will give you also a catalyst, which I will explain in more detail later. All right, let's get crack on with this one. So we want just reduce it by 1, and then we can treat diabetes. All right, cool. So on the factory floor. Okay, now it's very easy. We have it right here. So it will come in. We import this one, and well, I'll leave that. Let that work. How much are they charging? $35. Yeah, definitely. We definitely want to bring it down by 1. Okay, let's decrease it by 1, and you can recycle them later anyway if you think you need these machines more in a more efficient way. You can always recycle them. So it comes in, decreases by 1, and then we press it into pills. Turn around. 1, 2. Very small and efficient building here.
Invalid position.
Yes, I know, thank you. And then we put it out there.
Insufficient funds.
Ooh, let's get some money in then, shall we? Thank you. Right, now, again, it will produce money. Here you can see it is activated now. Goes through the pill press. Yep, and
product name required.
Name it Diabetes Buddy. Okay. Okie dokie. Perfect. Makes money, no problem. Let's check the objectives for a second. Yeah, I think we are on track. I think we're on track. 10 million to rank master. Right, we better step our game up a bit, I would say. So we don't have $5,000 at the moment, but it's okay. But I will leave it here for the first part of Big Pharma. So you guys see now how it works, and now we will just work on, you know, expanding the factory, which we'll do here, because then we have 4 windows where we can make new medicine. And I will do it like this. So this is now board, so we can make 2 more things here, and we will look into the cures. And time is up. Right, cool. Now let's leave it here. Again, the usual wording at the end. If you like my channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have a comment or you want to see something different, please by all means send me a message. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.